Shalom, this is Shar Basharala, allies in camp. First and foremost, I'd like to praise and glory to the Father and the Son, in the proper two people tongue. Call Alam La, Yah Bashma Shah, Barashim, Harakak Wadash Ma'amoth. Also, Daban honors to the elder Apostle GMS, Daban Smart as well, Maharo Masharala. Peace blessings to 1/3 and salutation for elect. This is gonna be a quick little lesson going on the affliction of his walk. Going in by the truth. Basically, this walk does come with affliction, but the Lord does not. They're gonna give us a test that He know we can't pass. This is an active test, and it's a day by day test, and we got to do what we must, to survive the wiles of the devil. The devil don't, the devil don't have that much power, man. As much power as Jake may give Esau or whatever, he just got to get moved out of the way. He is the problem, but how can we solve that? We got to do it. He is the problem. He is the main villain, the main antagonist for sure. Esau, the Caucasian race, the physical counterpart of Satan. He's definitely the main thing why we can't fly, why we can't have immortality, why we don't have this world. It's because of him. And he, ultimately he has to be moved out of the way. But nonetheless, the walk, this thing, the truth, believing in the name Yahweh, Bashma Shah, and studying and praying every day, that is, you're gonna have affliction within that from your family, whatever this world, anything, man. He's know how to do it. He's perfect at it. So we get this first in 2 Corinthians chapter 5. I believe I'm gonna start at verse 6. It says, "Therefore we are always confident, knowing that whilst we are at home in the body, we're absent from the Lord. For we walk by faith, not by sight. We are confident, I say, and willing rather to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord. Wherefore we labor that whether present or absent, we may be accepted of him. For we all must appear before the judgment seat of a Mashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that have he done, whether it be good or bad." Being here on this earth, or brothers in the heavens, ultimately the judgment coming to this place that's going to be presented to us by Yahweh Shah Mashiach. There's glad things in it. I don't think I want to get it. Actually, Slacky on that one. This is Psalm chapter 34, chapter 19. I mean, it did kind of go with the point, but ultimately that affliction in his walk, nonetheless. So Slacky about that. This is Psalm chapter 34, verse 19. It says, Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth them out of all of them." So man, ultimately this is the path of anyone that want to follow Yahweh Bashma Shai, the path of the righteous. Man, woman, child that believe in the name Yahweh Bashma Shai, many afflictions are going to come upon you. Affliction, tests, trials. There's nothing that's ultimately get in your way unless you let it. But the Lord made sure that He's going to deliver you out of all of them. There's with your woman or with your child, or with your job. Esau like to mess up your daily bread. He like to mess up your children. Delude their minds. He like to delude your woman minds. So really a combination of everything. He do it at the same time. But that's ultimately Esau kingdom, man. Eve and whatever Eve do to the household, that's what they be doing, man. And that's how they conduct their wickedness, and they're very good at it. Nonetheless, The Lord will keep you from all those things as long as you follow Him. Yeah, about my shot. They gonna come. Whether you know it or not. Whether you feel like everything good and dandy, He might just mess around and do that to you. Because honestly, the least of it would definitely be the Jacob's trouble. That'll be the least of it. You know, for the ones that already know about Jacob's trouble, about the dollar collapsing, we're anxious. We might be anxious when it happens, but we know it's happening and we want it to happen. For some believers, they want it to happen and they know it's gonna happen. But they're not doing the work, so of course they just gotta have faith. And for ones that never even heard of it and that wake up like the last hour Israelites, they definitely gonna be shook up. They didn't know what happened and they didn't want it to happen, but then they might start believing, and that's definitely gonna shake them up. But nonetheless, the affliction does come now. It's gonna only get worse from here. This is only the beginning. We're in the midst of World War III. So everything is going to only go downhill only going to go downhill from here. Trump is a very good rally maker. He making all the rallies, all the protests. He wants America to be great again. And part of that being great again is Jake more in servitude, and of course, honestly, Cash being king, but he can't do that. Them elites don't want Cash to be king no more because it's not going to be able to be king no more. They got too much debt built up to where they have to switch to a new monetary digital currency, which is going to be the MOTB. They have to switch that over, man. They can't keep cash forever. They got freaking trillions of dollars in debt, man. So that's that. That's what happens with it when you get it with a fiat currency. You just make more money, causing inflation, thus hyperinflation. Thus inflation and hyperinflation. So that's what you get. That's what America has. And the thing is, that's what the brothers and sisters and children know about this place. That this place is only temporal, is vain, is meant to be destroyed, is marked for destruction, and that the walk that you take is in the affliction that you get from it is because of this place is built for that. It's made to be wicked. So everyone that wants this place to keep going, that wants this place to be as beautiful as it once was, quote unquote, they're going to do everything in their power to make sure the ones that they don't want this place here are miserable, man. And Esau will do a good job of it. Make you get that sweat equity, make you work till you die. Jake, 2/3 Jake, they only want to talk about basically everything vanity. And they make you hate this place more because they want to talk about nothing, nothing profitable, So I'm going to get it. This is Luke chapter 9. Let me see. It's like you. This is Luke chapter 9, verse 23. It says, well, I can say verse 22. Saying that the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected of the elders, chief priests, and scribes, and be slain, and be raised the third day. And said to them all, if any man come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. So come, and this is a daily thing that we must do, is take up our cross, deny himself, deny your mother, your father, your children, whatever. Ultimately, not hating them or anything like that, but loving the Lord, loving His truth more than anything, putting that first, because is the most important thing. If you don't fall after Yahweh Shema Shai, what do you really have? His place, and this what is His place? Is only temple. Every kingdom has risen and failed. And of course this place it took like 1,000 years to make. You say 2,000 years, man. But guess how long it's gonna take to fall? It's gonna take an hour. This place is gonna fall in an hour due to thermonuclear destruction, intercontinental ballistic missiles hitting this place, 200 million ICBMs hitting this place. The Lord's gonna make sure of that. So it's definitely an advantage to know that we're out to be afflicted. Two other people, they're probably just as afflicted, but they kind of like that struggle, man. They like all that stuff that comes with the grievousness of Esau. They don't mind that. They like all that, man. That's why they're gonna be the first ones to get the MOTB. them homeless people that like being beggars, that like eating on vomit. They they don't mind none of this. This is good because in America, quote unquote charity is just giving money and giving food, and that's good. And that makes people feel better and everything. But that's not true charity. True charity is giving knowledge and wisdom and understanding of these scriptures. Knowing that this truth, that this place is gonna be destroyed, that you must follow this truth, and it's gonna give you affliction. Ultimately, you're gonna get salvation out of that. Is Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 18. It says, "For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow." So the simple scriptures is going into, increasing his truth, and getting wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Also going to bring you more sorrow due to, I mean, honestly, that's like twofold, man. Just because the vexation of our people in Esau, no, they supposed to be in chains right now. Palestinians, even though they begging for mercy from Israel, they did one of the first slave trades, the trans-Saharan slave trade. He's supposed to be in chains too, man. 2,000 people supposed to be destroyed. You know, I mean, and of course, knowing that this place got to be destroyed, that it's true, you're gonna have affliction. You know, it's a very much exploring concept. But it's real. This is the truth. This is a real thing. Coming to the truth, you gotta bear your cross, deny yourself. Denounce everything you love for the love of Yahweh Shemashah. Everything you see in love is made by Yahweh Shemashah. It's not real, man. It's just not real. It's where, man, you think you need everything, man. When everything is free. The Lord made everything in the universe for us. Everything was given to us, and we got to pay for everything. Water, food, lights, whatever, all that junk free. But Esau made sure you gonna capitalize on that, and make sure that you gonna feel that capitalism. Esau doing a good job, a very good job, man. Now this is First Corinthians chapter 10, I believe, verse 10. I'm start at verse 12, verse 11. It says, "Now all these things happen to them for examples, and they are written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the world are come. Or wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall. They have no temptation taking you, but such as is common to man. But Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that you may able to be bear." So man, there's an end gonna happen. It says, and they are written for admonition. Going in that. It says, "Now all these things happen unto them for examples," which means an example, and they are written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the world are come. So the end of the world is coming. Basically, utterly, this world is gonna be utterly uninhabitable. Due to nuclear fallout. And it says it in admonition, an act or action of admonition, authoritative counsel or warning. So this is a warning, man. This is to keep us safe as well, because it's telling us that this place is going to come to an end. But for the ones that believe on Yahweh Shemashah, it's going to have them temptation come, and it's only common to anyone that believes unto the Lord Yahweh Shemashah. But within that, He's only going to have you suffer for what you can stand. As long as you can stand and believe, then you'll be all right. That's what this truth is. That's what this place is. This place is Babylon, land of confusion. That's what this place is, man. This is our captivity. Spiritually Egypt, spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah, spiritually Nineveh. This is what this place is. Rome reincarnated. We have to bear what we can bear. Take it day by day. Just like the Lord said, man. That bear your cross and deny yourself and bear your cross and take it by day. Take it day by day. So you still had that wisdom, knowledge, understanding that He bestowed unto you, and know how to take it, so you can basically live better in this truth, knowing that people are gonna be destroyed, man. Knowing that you're gonna get salvation and righteousness, will be in your inward parts, the laws being in your inward parts, and this place gonna be destroyed, man. So that we gotta look forward to, and affliction comes with that. But hey, you got something to look forward to nonetheless. Hey, our desire is to edify a little lesson with that. I'm saying shalom.